Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Team Building with Zooch, where I take a live guest and team up with them for a matchup, and then afterwards I'll go ahead and review the replay and talk about how I think the game went and how the team performed overall. So without further ado, we have a fellow poketuber here with us, JRicky. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on? Thank you for having me, Zooch. I
Of
definitely
course.
need your help with this matchup.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really looked at this matchup too much, but I've looked at it for like 2 minutes now, and
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
I was gonna say like the 20 minutes I was just chilling. I kind of took a little peek at it, and it looks pretty hard actually. So, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, that's why we're here, bro.
It's okay. It's okay. So is this for like a Wi-Fi league, regular league? What is this
No,
for?
it's a showdown league. Yeah, I'm on a little bit of a break of Wi-Fi leagues right now. I'm just trying to grind like showdown
okay.
stuff
Yeah.
to like actually get better. So
No,
this
yeah, I
is,
got that.
BBL.
Oh, okay. How you doing in this?
Blitz League. I am 3-1, so I lost the first week, but I'm on a 3-game win streak.
Okay.
At the moment.
And how's your opponent doing? You know?
My opponent is. I think he. I'm not sure if he like took over or not, but I think he's 1-3.
Okay.
Right
His
now.
team is good. I like his team. So.
Yeah, no, Tera Ogerpon is something that like.
Yeah.
I'm scared of.
Yeah.
It seems like a really cool Pokemon to build with too.
Yeah. Even Dundee, I think, is underrated too as a Terra captain because of Volt Absorb. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
So. I see you got your own Volt Absorb Terramon though. Dude, it's crazy. Like when I watch Wi-Fi games, like I feel like you see a lot of the same Pokemon, and then usually Showdown leagues, you don't see them at all.
Yeah, no, Tera Kilowatt is like Jesus in Wi-Fi for some reason.
Yeah,
but in
yeah.
Showdown, like nobody uses it.
I know.
I mean, I mean, I picked it up because I just felt like it paired well with like Palafin and Ogerpon. Like you just U-turn with those guys and you bring in like electric types and like water type and grass types and you just go Kilowattrel. And
Yeah.
it's been working. Like the thing is, like Kilowattrel like always has like a pretty decent matchup. Like I don't.
Yeah, and its
I don't
speed
know,
is very
like-
helpful too.
Yeah,
So.
the speed is helpful, and then its dual stabs are like a lot of times are also just like unresisted. Like
Yeah.
this is the one time where
I know,
it's
the
definitely
nerfs.
resisted, but.
Yeah.
But again, I could just be like Terra Ice if I wanted to, and that just covers for the claw fire and everything. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a possibility. But
If you want to die to
Yeah.
bullet punch too, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I think his team, like it makes like a lot of sense. The one thing about his team right away though is he only has one removal, which is Scizor, which isn't the greatest because it's not Roost. And then he only has 2 rockers, and they're both lower tier rockers. So
Yeah.
does have
I think
spikes.
he's been bringing like
but-
Duraludon a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that's probably good for us honestly if he does that. So.
Yeah.
All right. So I did notice you have a Volcarona, and listen. I'm a big fan of Volcarona, but I just don't see that guy much nowadays, which sucks.
I literally got a sweep like week 3. I literally just got like 5 kills with it. It was
Yeah.
insane. I was like Fizz Def for like Terra Annihilate, and I just sat
Oh,
on
okay.
it and just
Yep.
won the game.
Yep.
Really fun.
I do think like some sort of Fizz Def is gonna be nice here. Now there's a couple things because, one like Meowscarada can easily tech Power Gem here. It might just to kill you. But I think Fizz Def is really solid here because, and I'm not talking like okay, it's gonna be like I'm thinking like a Fizz Def pivot / setup, and what I mean by that is like you're gonna have like Morning Sun because you're gonna be bulky, U-turn, and then I'm talking about like Quiver Dance, 1 attack, maybe Fire Move or something.
Mono attack.
Yeah, because realistically, the whole idea I'm thinking is like, you know, when this guy is out, let's say you got it in versus Scizor, his switch-ins are going to be Prim is a pretty good one, Ceruledge is a pretty good one, and then maybe even Clawsire if it's like unaware or something.
Yeah.
But if you U-turn on any of those 3 guys, you have Palafin and Ogerpon to take advantage of those 3. So, especially because like we said, his hazards are not great. So if you get rocks up, you get spikes up, whatever, like I feel like the way you kind of win this game is force him to switch a lot on hazards. And you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, draft like U-turn, happy you just click U-turn over," but I do think that's a pretty good strategy here. Yeah.
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 And my team is kind of built like that a little bit. It's just like it has a lot of like pivoting to be able to bring in the other stuff. So I mean, I can definitely see that work.
Yeah. It does suck. Like he has like pretty good answers to like specific
No,
things.
he checks everything. I'm like,
I
how?
know.
Like I just get counter drafted.
Honestly,
just, like-
because you know, like Ogerpon, like Scizor is like one of the best Ogerpon switch-ins. Like it just comes in, takes anything U-turn, bang. You know, Prim resists pretty much everything this guy wants to go for. Same with this guy if he's water blower. Like,
exactly.
you know, yeah. So it's a bit annoying, but I think if you can just chip things with U-turn, I think we have a solid game plan here. As for like the other Pokemon, I'm thinking like you have to bring top 3 probably here.
Yeah.
and then like we said, Volcarona, and then the other two, I think there's a couple. Like there's probably like these four. I would think you could just pick two from. Unfortunately, I don't think Trevenant's gonna come here.
Damn, I was thinking this was the week where Trevor was gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a week where you can like do a whole trick room thing or something, but
maybe if I clinch playoffs, maybe
yeah,
I'll do
that
that. Up
yeah.
until then, I'll keep playing with 8 Pokemon. It's fine.
You haven't brought Copperaja yet?
Nah, not at all.
So you're like wannabe steel
I'm a
type.
non-believer.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring it this week, but this Copperaja dude, it lost Power Whip, so I'm like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, it has. So it gets like what, steel coverage, earthquake, and like fire move or
It's like
something.
Heat Crash, yeah, stuff like that. But I wanted Power Whip for a Swampert that I played last week,
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah,
You don't have it.
and it didn't have it. So I was like, okay, well, Copperaja's sitting on the bench again. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, my builds have been mainly like top threes come every time,
Mhm.
Clefables come every time.
Okay.
And then it's just been a mix of like Kilowattrel, Volcarona, Lottie. Like Lottie was last week was the first time I was able to get Lottie off the bench.
Okay.
I did sweep with it. It was just like agility, like Calm Mind Weakness policy.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
that was the first time that I was able to get Lottie off the bench as well. So the builds have been like a lot of the same Pokemon, but the team's been working, so I can't
Yeah.
complain too much.
Okay. No, yeah. So let's throw Volk first. Maybe this guy doesn't have Power Gem because then that could be also an Meowscarada
Yeah,
check.
maybe it doesn't.
But again, it's mainly going to be for Scizor. Plus, I mean, yeah, you can't really touch Ceruledge, but if you're Fizdef, like, you could technically use it as a pivot too in U-turn, but that's probably going to be like a last resort thing. It's mainly going to be for these two guys.
Yeah.
And then maybe, I don't know, like Duraludon or something if it comes to maybe.
Yeah, no, I see Volcarona being like a bit of a U-turn bot this game, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, but again, I do like the kind of tricky.
Like one attack, like Quiver Dance.
Yeah, Quiver Dance. Like you could definitely catch him off guard. Like let's say Ceruledge doesn't come or it's dead or something. You could potentially like.
Usually runs like weak armor, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't tend to run. Fire.
Yeah. It should be weak armor. So, but yeah, you could maybe like surprise set up on something like Thunderous or something if they don't expect Quiver Dance. So, but you're gonna be this. This is what I'm thinking. Again, this could change too. It's not guaranteed or anything. He does have 2 rockers. You have a decent spinner, which does beat the ghost type too. So typically, I would think Boots is just ideal. You don't got to worry about anything. But you might be able to get away with.
Probably getting knocked off anyways, right? By either like a Meow or like a Scissor as well.
Maybe Scizor, yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, both of them. You're right. Either one could do that. So, but Boots could just be nice just in case. Maybe we don't even bring Tentacruel. I don't even know yet. So,
yeah, we can have beat for now. It's like
yeah. So for this
for the most part.
This spread, I'm thinking like it's gonna be really defensive. I'm thinking for this speed, like maybe we just actually even no speed.
Like what? +1.
I was gonna say
enough to be faster than Meow.
Yeah, I was gonna say creeping your Ogerpon, but we wouldn't have to put any speed for that if that's the case actually. So,
No, that works out.
Yeah, and you'll be faster than Lottie. Again, you only have a fire move, but it's all good. So, again, I don't think it's probably worth to like put in any investment for your fiery dance. It's not really the main idea behind the set.
Yeah, the main point of the set.
Yeah, so we could literally just be very like physically defensive. I'm kind of curious how much Ceruledge does, because I mean our Fizdef is not, it's not great. Yeah. But I'm kind of curious how much we're doing, or how much we're taking rather, to some things. And Scizor gets a flying move, right, too?
I think it gets like dual wing beat.
Dual wing beat or some shit, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see Scizor. How much is it doing to U-turn? Probably nothing. Oops. Alright, let's see. Okay, so this is Life Orb, but
Life Orb max adamant, yeah.
Yeah, ideally you're gonna be just probably catching this on a U-turn or a defog or something, and then you could just U-turn yourself. Because there's no way he should stay in, versus if he stays in, that's insane. But I mean, I guess you never know.
Crazy, yeah. Yeah, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
It's like scarf somehow, but I should probably be able to figure that out.
All right, let's see Ceruledge real quick. Mm. Alright, so there's actually a chance you level +2 hit if it's Poltergeist, which is funny. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, because if he does bring one of his rockers, he has to bench one of these 6.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. Like, if I don't have to fight any of the top 6, that's pretty good for me.
Yeah, like...
I guess maybe he could bring Clawzire potentially, but...
Yeah, maybe he doesn't bring Prim and tries to use Clodsire as like a Palafin check with Water Absorb or something.
Answer, yeah.
Yeah. Um...
Something I've been really liking with this team as well is just running like Scarf Ogerpon, because with the +1 speed, it's just like insane speed control, and a lot of times like it's not very easy to just like, or like Ogerpon doesn't tend to have like great offensive matchups, so a lot of times I'm just clicking like U-turn anyways. So that could potentially be something that we
yeah,
do here, because I can't really break their scissor like no matter what I try to do, right? Like it's just
no,
probably
yeah,
not gonna happen.
yeah, and I think technically if you're Scarf Tera on this guy too, you outspeed the weak armor too, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
Scarf's not a bad idea for sure. You pretty much outspeed everything then. The only thing that not even agility Thunder is too. I guess agility a lot.
Like,
Yeah. You'd be tight. So no, I like that idea honestly right off the bat. That's good. You know, again, if somehow like Scissor dies or whatever, just attacking with that guy's pretty nice.
Cudgel becomes like very spammable because even his grass resist like don't super like to take it. Like Latios is probably still gonna take a decent chunk.
Yeah.
Of Tera.
Let's check right now. So this is Cerulege. Cerulege will take almost half, so that's good. Latios, yeah, pretty much the same thing. So rocks are definitely nice here. All right, so let's throw Ogerpon on there like that. That's good speed control. Try Scarf. Gonna want Cudgel. U-turn. Probably you could do knockoff if you want knockoff.
Yeah, knockoff is probably.
Yeah, maybe you could if you're in early, you could do that first to maybe get rid of the boots or something on Scizor. Or if you're in just versus Lottie or something, like you should say knockoff anyway.
Yeah. And people tend to run like Helmet on.
Yeah.
Because like I do have a Palafin and an Ogerpon, so it kind of invites Helmet a little bit. So knocking off like turn 1, and then like after that, I'm pretty free to just spam the U-turn.
This last slot's
last slot I'm not exactly sure. Like
it could be like a stronger attack like Woodhammer. Could be a fighting move if this thing comes. Could just be
maybe.
Not spikes, no.
Maybe a fighting move could work.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking probably.
Just because it's neutral into Scizor, I guess, so that it nets me something.
How much does low kick do to Scizor? Was it more than like break or no?
Good question. I don't know if it's like base. I think it's higher than base 60. Sure, that base 100.
That's 100.
It's pretty decent actually.
Yeah, I think that does more to Duraludon too, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh wait, no. It's because he's light metal.
Light metal. Yeah.
What if he's heavy metal?
What if he's self-sabotaging and just running?
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I think low kick is probably the play anyway. We can just go max to tie with Lottie. But again, we should be fast on Lottie anyway, right? Unless it's like agility, then we're okay. So what we could do is we could just put enough speed to outspeed Scarf Meow at plus, us for +2, then +1. We could do it so to have him creeping Ogerpon or just absolute max. It's up to you, really.
I think because it's gonna be like a +2. I think like we're gonna be able to do for like max speed, like pretty easily. I don't think we need to like save on the extra.
Okay, that's fine.
That much.
Yeah, that's good.
Like we can like go adamant and stuff. Nice.
Yeah, we can. Oh, we don't even need any speed actually. What the hell? So Scarf Tera will outspeed a Scarfed max speed Meow.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't even need any speed actually if we want to do that. Is there anything like we're missing? No, it's just. I mean, I guess the.
How much is?
Yeah,
how do people usually run Cerulege? Do they run it Jolly? Do they tend to go like Adamant?
If they're the weak armor set, they should go Adamant here because
right. Yeah.
They can outspeed a Scarf Kilowattrel or whatever. That's probably what they're gonna go for. So let's see what speed they would need for that. Kilowattrel. 574. So at +2, they want faster than that. So they might actually be very fast, actually, if they want. So we would have to outspeed 576, which I don't even think that's that much anyway.
Yeah. No, it's probably not.
Yeah, we would need literally like 8.
Yeah, and that's if we want to do Jolly, or then...
That's adamant. That's adamant.
Oh, that's adamant, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we would actually only need 8 because because Tera Scarf is super fast.
It's so fast, yeah. It's such good speed control. I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, I mean, we can just do the rest in bulk. Your defensive stats are pretty even, so it's okay just to go max HP.
Dump it all in HP, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, something is, if we do lock into, like, Cudgel, for example, can anything take advantage of us, like, really bad?
I think the only thing would really be, like, an SD Scissor, but if we have a Volcarona, like, we should be...
Yeah.
Should be pretty fine, right?
We should be faster unless it's, like, really, really speedy. I don't know why they would have so much speed, though. It doesn't really make any sense whatsoever.
That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe we we outspeed like max adamant anyway, so
yeah, maybe they could try to SD with Ceruledge.
Yeah,
like technically if we just attack and then attack because of weak armor, we just two-shot them, but we might not want to just risk them killing us.
Yeah,
so we would probably want to switch, so they might get an SD with Ceruledge in that scenario. We can be unaware Clef or something. I'm not sure how much Clef takes though from Polter. It doesn't.
I assume it doesn't take that much.
Yeah, if it's adamant, we pretty much always live. Can be Tera though too, which is annoying.
Yeah, what Tera do you think they?
Yeah, let's see.
Run in this game. Because I just default to like Fairy, like.
If I'm the Ceruledge, I'm thinking. Probably grass, so they don't get owned by Jet Punch. Grass or water.
Tera grasses and Tera waters into me.
Yeah, waters would mean he's weak to ogre though, so probably grass. Yeah. If I had to guess here. And they could be grass with flash fire if they want to, which means they don't have a fire weakness.
It's not weak armor; it just instantly becomes a lot less.
Yeah, it's easy to deal with.
Scary, right?
As far as Thunderous goes. Probably just ice, if I had to guess. Ice to hit Kilo /
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it doesn't, I mean, I guess it could just run something like Sludge Wave for Kilo. If they want to be a different Tera.
Yeah, Kilo doesn't have the best bulk in the world, so it probably doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Whole typing to be able to beat it.
Ice does help with Lottie though. Yeah, ice helps with Lottie though too. Could be also Dragon maybe, just to resist again these things.
No, that's true. Yeah. Dragon is actually very possible.
Yeah, Dragon resists fire as well. Could be Dragon. So yeah, we're gonna have to keep that in mind when we do these. So we have good speed control, decent pivot. We have to bring. I think we bring Palafin here for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just what Palafin probably is gonna have to have. Well, it's gonna have to have Jet Punch. I can run something like Zen Headbutt if it wants to hit like these things neutral. Let me see.
Probably the best like middle ground click. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Lottie though too, which is very annoying. Okay, get this out of here. Let's see. This thing's outrage. It's outrage. What the hell? I don't think I've ever seen outrage clicked.
Maybe I'll be the one. I mean, if there wasn't a Prim.
Yeah, I mean the Prim is like the obvious
probably
switch.
Not the matchup for it.
Yeah. Well, Flip Turn and Jet Punch I think is needed because the Prim is there. Obviously, Flip Turn into Ogre is nice. And then just 2 coverage moves, maybe even a water move and then 1 coverage move. I mean, we could technically do like just water move Ice Punch, and then if Prim comes again, we just we just Flip Turn. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Ice Punch covers the other 2.
Probably still does like so much to Clodsire.
Oh yeah, it should.
Clodsire has like no.
It should do a
defense,
lot.
so.
Yeah, so we would be Ice Punch. What is it, like Wave Crash you have to run? Or I guess you could do either. Wave Crash probably better though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. So if we're Jet Punching Cerulege, probably Duraludon usually doesn't make sense for him to have any speed here either. We probably don't need much speed on this guy either.
Yeah.
Like maybe just even like this is just guarantees we're faster than Prima.
That's usually what my Palafin builds look like. It's just like almost max HP, just like a little bit of speed, and then just like almost max HP.
Yeah, it's because this guy's speed tiers.
And even my speed tiers, like there's such a big gap between 60 and 100.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Cool exactly counts for that.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times they just like ignore it, anyways.
Right. No. I think this is fine too. So far. Yeah. No, this is good. We don't really. I mean, we have setup, but it's not like we said, the main purpose. So probably some sort of setup, dude. Maybe one of these two guys will be good here. And then we definitely need Tinglu's, obviously, still. Item too. What item?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have an addiction to citrus berry, and that's the only thing I run. So
can be citrus. I like Wakan maybe too. Wakan could be a good bait for Thundurus. Problem is if it's like Tera Water or something, then we don't do much anyway. So maybe not.
Yeah.
Could also be something like Assault Vest here where all attacks, so could help versus Lottie.
Yeah, and even give me some sort of like a Primarina pivot, or if I want to stay in on it, even knowing I can take a Moonblast.
Yeah,
I imagine Wave Crash probably does.
It does a lot, yeah. It'll do a lot.
A lot. I mean, it's just space power and attack stat.
Yeah, I'm thinking AV. I like AV.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To start, okay. All right, Tinglu, like we said, has to come. So. Yeah, we definitely want hazards here. Rocks is probably better if we're gonna just get one. Especially if that Scizor is not boots, that'd be really good for Ogerpon.
Yeah.
So we're gonna want probably rocks, payback. I'm thinking for Lottie. We could run Earthquake if we want. I don't think we're gonna necessarily. The things that you'd hit with Earthquake is really just like this, that Dark resists. Other than that, and this. Well, it doesn't resist Dark, so it's really just for this guy.
Yeah.
And we really shouldn't be staying in on that guy anyway.
Yeah.
So if we want other moves, we can. I don't think EQ is required.
Isn't it like Ruination just like a better click anyway?
Yeah, Ruination's always good. Ruination. We could do Taunt as the last slot for this guy if we want, but yeah, like Ruination.
I guess it would be like between Taunt and like Whirlwind, maybe.
Yeah, let's see. What are we gonna Whirlwind out here? I set up Lottie. I feel like we would just hit it though. We wouldn't even need to.
Yeah, we'd probably just
maybe set up Prim would probably just kill us though, or do a lot. I mean, I don't think Whirlwind's too important here. Usually I'm a big fan of Whirlwind, but
yeah.
I mean, again...
Yeah, there isn't anything in particular that...
Yeah, I mean, this last... I mean,
I guess maybe Cerulege? I don't know. Would Cerulege, like, look to, like, set up on this guy, like, if it tears?
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. So we could do one to be safe versus that. Because I'm not really seeing another, besides, like, maybe Spikes, but I'm not really seeing another, like... move we for sure need. It was just Taunt, like we said, but
yeah, Taunt for Clodsire is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, because then you could just sit on that all day and just Ruination spam. It can't do anything to you.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like plan to run some mocks with this anyway, so I can then decide.
Yeah, and if you do mocks, yeah, you could send them to me too, and I could look at them too as well.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. I think both are okay, Taunt or Whirlwind. I think we're gonna probably want leftovers here for sure. Yeah, leftovers.
This is basically Tinglu is basically my dragon resist on this team.
Yeah. That's gonna be your Lottie switch for sure.
Yeah, because Clefable. I mean, I've just been running like just like Healing Wish, like no recovery Clefable type thing, because like I just find it so hard to be able to get a like a Moonlight off or whatever with Clefable. So a lot of times just like Healing Wish, T Wave, and then like 2 attacks or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. We could leave it for now if you want, but it's got to be one of those 2 moves. Whirlwind
Yeah,
or
we
taunt.
can leave it for now, and then I'll see how how mocks go and see if like, because they I don't know if they want to stay in with like Clodsire on Tinglu even.
They
I
might
don't
just
know
try
how much
to.
they value
Yeah,
hazards.
they might just try to like toxic you or something too.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Tinglu can just. Holy shit! Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Tinglu can just sit in front of attacks, but they might just try and toxic or just get up spikes or something. You know? Yeah. So, but we'll leave that slot. It's okay. I mean, Spadef makes the most sense for these 2 guys.
I think so. As well.
Yeah, how much does Ceruledge do to Tingle? I'm curious if we're Spadef. It still doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So I think we're okay. Payback should do the same too, right? Again, obviously if it's like Tera Fairy or something, or just Tera something that's not weak, he'll do about half, but I think you're still fine. And this probably isn't going to be our initial like way to
handle Ceruledge anyways,
yeah. Like we said, it could definitely be water, or sorry, not water, grass, in this matchup, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just do Spadef for now. Do we need speed for anything? Not really. It'd be just a creep like Ursaring or something, or Prim, but that'd be a lot though.
Yeah, for Prim that's a lot. I mean, yeah, even for Ursaring that's still a decent amount.
Yeah, it's 10 base points, so that'd probably be like 100 or something. EVs, 146. Oh no, not 100. It'd be like close to 100. 88, 84. So I don't know if that's really necessarily worth it.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Speed anyways, Ursaring, for even if it's just like for Clefable.
For a Clefable, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably not worth it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm expecting Ursaring to come too much. I mean, I don't have great normal resist, but
oh yeah, just these 2.
yeah, the guys that don't count.
Yeah.
The guys that are not on the team.
Oh, that's funny.
Are the resists.
Yeah, I mean that could be a bit scary, but I feel like your guys do a lot of damage to Ursaring.
Yeah, it's so slow that like in order for it to like actually get a bulk up off, like it should be taking like a decent chunk of damage before.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking Clefable.
Like
right.
How I like win the game.
It's
like an actual.
Yeah. Again, I think you could definitely have one of these 2 guys to like set up, but I think the way again you win this game is
it's gonna be like a lot of pivoting.
Like pressuring him, yeah, with rocks and everything.
And stuff.
Yeah, and then eventually he'll just run out of switch ins to like these 2 guys. Ideally, it would be probably the best way to win here. But this is, like I said, this is a hard matchup, so
for sure.
We gotta see. So if we bring Clefable, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be, I mean, probably just like unaware Fizdef for this guy. I'm thinking
maybe like Boots Unaware.
Yeah, Boots Unaware for sure. That's what I'm thinking. And you could run something like Thunder Wave or something, just so even if he's like a Tera, whatever, like resist your attacks, you could at least paralyze him or something. Because he doesn't really, again, his only Thunder Wave immunity is this guy, so if he comes, it's not, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Yeah, especially if our last guy is Lottie, then Lottie would probably just be the switch into this guy every time anyway. So, let me see, Clefable, Unaware. You could also, well, we have rocks on this guy, so probably you could just be like Moonblast, like maybe knockoff T-Wave Roost. You know, catching something with a knockoff is always good.
Yeah.
Or a Thunder Wave. You can even have like something like Encore too, if you're scared of like something setting up.
Yeah, I was thinking Encore, but I was like, if I'm unaware, then I mean, them setting up probably won't matter too much, anyways.
Yeah, or like
But
you could catch like maybe Claude's Eye or trying to recover on you or something.
you want to recover or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I like the knockoff for sure.
Knock. Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it could also just catch like a Scizor or something too.
Yeah, it's kind of like a free click. I just click
Moonblast.
knockoff now. Yeah, I should get something out of the turn.
Yeah. So yeah, this last slot can either be T-Wave or Encore. I think for Ceruledge, you just Encore it into whatever, or you try to paralyze it. Thing is, if he is like sub or something, it could be a little bit scary if he gets the sub on the T-Wave.
Yes, maybe Encore might be
Encore is definitely safer.
a little safer.
T-Wave, you could probably get more out of it, but Encore is safer here.
Yeah, I guess the guys he would switch into this don't care too much about getting Thunder Wave, so maybe Encore is.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at like a Scissor and like Clodsire obviously
Yeah.
is immune, but like Scissor probably doesn't care too much about
Right.
being Thunder Waved.
Yeah,
Maybe Encore just in case.
I like that idea. Encore makes more sense with that logic. Heavy duty boots. If we're Fizz Def, how much does Latios do to us? Let's say Soul Duel. Psychic Noise is insane. Psychic. Alright, so Psychic will potentially two-shot us, but again, if we have Tinglo, we shouldn't be too worried about it. I'm thinking like, if I'm the Lati, and you can't really like scout for this, it's kind of hard, but like I'm for sure gonna be a trick set here because Clef / Tinglu is obvious like pivots
very
to
telegraphed.
Lati. But I still think you probably just go Tinglu anyway, and then maybe you just at least spam Payback or spam Whirlwind or whatever. Like Whirlwind could be good if you have Rock Stuff just to spam it, So
exactly, yeah. Like I don't know what to click. I'm just click Whirlwind.
Yeah. So for Fizzdef, this is probably going to be like our initial like meow check perhaps. We just have to think if they U-turn on our pivot, they get to bring in whatever, which is probably going to be...
I mean, if it's like a Specs Primarina, that could be pretty annoying.
Yeah, Specs Permit is a bit annoying because we don't really have a Fairy Resist, so...
Yeah. I mean, I do have a Tentacruel, so like we like that could be like the last guy if we...
I think
it comes down to bringing a big problem.
Well, I think just having the Tentacruel on your team like should not make them bring that set. Yeah. We can bring Cruel too. We don't necessarily need the Lottie. Like Cruel could be good. It's a it's a spinner. It's another thing that at least resists Bullet Punch and Fire Move. So it's not necessarily bad here. It's just, do you think these would be your only like really sort of ways of doing damage?
Guys,
yeah. So it's just, do you think you can win with just those two? If you were to bring a Lottie set here, it'd probably be like you could do Bolt Beam here. Calm Mind Bolt Beam.
Yeah.
So the only thing that really doesn't take too much is the Scizor from T-Bolt, but Scizor doesn't have recovery, so everything else takes good amount.
Yeah, any chip on Scizor will be good for like even if it's just for Ogerpon. Like maybe I can put it in range of like knockoff.
Yeah, and
rocks and stuff.
Yeah, and Ice Beam would be good to have in case he is that Terra Grass guy.
Yeah. Honestly,
you might not even actually need Calm Mind here. I'm thinking maybe like you do have to be a bit careful of Triple Axle, because even I was gonna say potentially sub. So like I'm thinking like maybe like sub Roost 2 attacks. Like I don't necessarily think you need to boost your special attack. Sub. The reason why I like sub here is because of Claude's Eye or potentially like toxicing you or poison jabbing you or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just wouldn't want. I think once you get toxic, the set is kind of ruined. And maybe you catch like, let's say they just try to sack something, you sub and you get the free kill, then you're behind a sub. They're forced to bring Meowscarada in. I mean, there you can make the pivot to this guy. He can burn him. He's not gonna click Power Gem, right? It doesn't make any sense.
No, he shouldn't.
So
I mean, I don't even know if they like respect like the the Volcarona to enough to like bring power gem.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how they are.
They just yeah. They
I
could just
would.
look at it and like knock off triple axle.
Like they could just
Like,
be knock triple axle power gem, right? U-turn.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have flower trick then.
Yeah, exactly. They'd miss out on like hitting the Palafin and the Tinglu a little bit, but
Yeah.
I guess they can just U-turn.
I think for sure they're gonna have flower trick axle. Like those two moves make the most sense. And then after that, it could, because Axel hits this guy too. I mean, it could just be those two knock U-turn, or it could just be power gem U-turn.
Yeah, I guess I just have to scout for it. Like I don't have great ways of scouting for it because like if I go to scout power gem on a Volcarona and they end up clicking like triple axle instead or whatever, that could be pretty bad because I just don't have much in the way of like. I mean that's why Meow is so good because like it just has the ability to like hit everything super hard.
Yeah.
But I mean there's not much I can really do about it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess Calm Mind does like let you like sit on a couple things too, and you could potentially just roost on them. Huh.
Yeah. I was even thinking like if I'm combined with some sort of like resist berry.
Yeah, the problem is like again, Axel just will get past you.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But that's why again, hazards and potentially flame bodies are very important here. Just limit that guy's switch-ins. And you know, Meow taking damage too from rocks. That's just one more thing that can't take a cudgel. So
yeah, and then eventually like Jet Punch should do a decent amount of damage to
yeah.
a Meow.
So I think that's probably the ideal. Oops, that's probably the ideal set here. Is just Calm Mind Bolt Beam, or just Bolt Beam and then sub recover. Yeah, it's up to you. You do have to be careful of Sucker Punch, Axel, Shadow Sneak. Like there's a bit annoying priority for Latias, unfortunately, on this team. Let me just see Claw's Eye real quick.
Would you like force the speed tie with
probably
Latios?
Probably, yeah. You could be something like max HP, max speed if you want. Or you can even just literally be very offensive. Like just max speed, max special attack.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd assume their initial like switching to Latias is going to be like Primarina.
Prima, or maybe like a Spadef Scizor if they want.
Yeah, I guess if Scizor is more Spadef, they could do that because we don't have Mystical Fire anymore, right?
Right, no. Yeah. But if you're just like Specs, for example, like it's very hard for them. Like they have to pick correctly because Draco / Psychic will hurt anything if it's not resisted.
That's what I meant. Like Primarina is like maybe like a safer like initial switch-in because otherwise they don't really like switch into Draco.
Yeah, it could.
Hard.
It could be like AV Prima maybe too, to help with like set up Volk maybe. How much does plus? So if you Calm Mind, let's say we do run the Calm Mind set versus Prima. Okay, this is Assault Vest. Screw it. Thunderbolt's probably not gonna be doing too much, right? It's a decent chunk.
It's a decent chunk for like no special attack. Yeah, like that's pretty respectable damage.
Yeah, and you do technically eat obviously if you +1.
Yeah, and if I don't have sub and I have like recover instead, I can just Calm Mind and like with lefties and everything, I might be able to just like beat the Primarina 1v1 actually.
Yeah, and Clodsire might even be like Water Absorb here.
Yeah, I mean it should be right if it comes. I'd assume it.
One of them has to be for Palafin, so if only one comes and it's just Clodsire, it's got to be Water Absorb, I think.
Yeah.
If both come, it could potentially be Unaware. But still, using this as your bloody check does not make sense, I don't think.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
So maybe we do just run the Calm Mind, no sub.
Yeah, I think so. Just because like he does have like you said, he does have the Sucker Punch and the Triple Axle and the Sneak that could be annoying even if it's sub. So
yeah, so this could be good. It's just you're gonna be forced out. So this probably isn't gonna come in and just win unless a lot of his guys are dead. But that's
Yeah.
okay because we have switch-ins to those guys. And again, any chip
Yeah, I'll
that
just
we can
click
get.
Thunderbolt on like the incoming Meow and like pair it and then win the game.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
true.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, just don't die to Sucker Punch.
Nah, I can't move.
You can't move.
Pair
Yeah.
into, pair into full para.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I mean, if you want, we could just be very offensive here. Like, Lottie still has good natural bulk, and it could be good to have, like, good special presence a little bit here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably not much I would need to, like, EV for in terms of, like, being able to live stuff.
Yeah, let's check, not Cloudire. Let's check, Cerulege Shadow Sneak. This is...
That's max.
Yeah, it does about half, so you do die if he gets a plus 2.
I mean, maybe I'll EV for, like, if I'm at +1 and, like, just take that into account and see if I can be left over with some, like, EVs for bulk. Might do something like that.
What do you mean EV for +1?
Like, if I'm at +1, like, making sure, like, I can, like, 2-hit KO.
Oh, certain stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, we just looked at Prima, which is probably...
Maybe Primarina.
Yeah, which is probably going to be and this wasn't even max HP. This is going to be max HP. So, even if we're max, what we could do is we can guarantee after... Well, actually, we can't. I was going to say after rocks.
I mean, maybe after, like, a flip turn from Palafin plus rocks or something like that. Like, I could see him potentially wanting to bring this guy in on like, a Palafin, and, like, our flip turn does... I don't know how much, but...
Flip. Does 22. Yeah, I mean, if this isn't Fizz Def, this thing just dies to 2 wave crashes. Yeah. So, again, they can't use Prima for both. It's got to be one or the other.
I mean, I'd expect him to be more scared of, like, a Palafin than the Latias, especially if he can only fit one of Primarina or Clodsire. Like, Primarina, if it is Primarina, it's going to be spread, like, very thin. Yeah,
I'm really hoping this AV kind of, like, catches him off guard too, and you can just stay in versus like Lottie or something and just kill it.
And just kill it.
Yeah, because even with this, like, the Moonblast isn't doing anything really. Third, this is max special attack too.
Jesus, max.
Yeah. So I think this is fine. You know, again, you have momentum here with these 3 guys, so you can even get in Lottie for free, get that Calm Mind or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because they don't have, like, their hazards aren't that, like, that's scary. Like, if they want to bring spikes on Meow, that's one less move move slot they'll have.
Yeah, so that's okay. And it only affects 3 guys, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have decent outs to things, like, even if it's, again, Cerulege is like +2. You have something faster anyway. You have priority. You have an unaware guy, so Cerulege shouldn't be too much of an issue, I don't think. Lottie, maybe if it's like agility policy, maybe. But even that, I don't think it does enough to Ting Lu.
Yeah.
SD Scizor.
And I think it'd be looking to pop the policy in front of the Ting Lu anyways, right?
Right.
It's still taking, like, a pretty big payback.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe if it's like Fizz Def, but then you can Whirlwind it out. I think Whirlwind is probably the last slot here.
Yeah, like, in case of, like, oh shit, I fucked up. I need a Whirlwind.
Yeah. Maybe SD Scizor could be a bit annoying, because then you only have
Unless
these
it's,
2.
Like, faster than Volcarona. I don't know if they'd be...
Yeah, it really shouldn't, right?
Crazy like that.
Maybe if it... Yeah, I don't know. Like, why would they have so much speed? It doesn't make any sense.
No, exactly. It's not like you... Yeah, like, I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah. Knock could
they
be
can
good.
probably afford to just go, like, super bulky.
Yeah, they should. Knock is also solid for Ursaring too, by the way, if they if their Flame Orb isn't popped yet or whatever. So I'm not seeing really anything on their team that just, like, can straight up
Yeah,
win.
I mean, pivoting into Meow is going to be a little, like, tricky, but
the hardest
there's
thing,
not really much we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because my team doesn't really have the tools to deal with Meow. Like, maybe I can get lucky Flame Body, or maybe I can catch them off guard with, like, a Scarf Ogerpon U-turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
How much does Meow take from Palafin? Like, how much damage would I need on it? If it's no HP, it does like about like 30. So
From what, Jet Punch? Yeah.
doing about 30-ish. Like, he probably has some decent bulk just because he should be able to. But even then, it's like taking 30%. Like, that's pretty respectable.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I think, like I said, rocks is very important. It's unfortunate we can't fit spikes, but it's all good. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so leading. So we don't have Kilo, so they already know our Tera target is Ogerpon anyway. So that might just be the best lead.
Yeah,
I guess
like I don't gain anything by like not tearing Ogerpon.
Yeah, obviously, right. We could try to lead something to dissuade like a rocks lead. Like we could have like Ogerpon as our lead, but then if we see like Duraludon or something, maybe we lead something else.
Yeah, ad team pretty good. Probably have to like check exactly what would be the best lead. Because I mean, I think if they scout my replays, then maybe. Because I mean, I was gonna say like I tend to lead Palafin a lot, but I think in 4 weeks I led with it twice, and the other 2 times I didn't lead with it. So maybe maybe they can like lead something to like try to counter lead the Palafin. Maybe.
What would that be?
Like I don't know, maybe be the Meow or the Prim, but that all makes Ogerpon like a pretty solid lead. Like maybe Thundurus, I guess, but
yeah, I mean,
I
guess
the good thing with lead Ogerpon is just like it's faster than everything, like no matter what. So it's like it's such a free like U-turn and like okay, now let me reposition into whatever they decided to lead.
Yeah.
Unless they lead to something and they just like slow volt switch or whatever, but
right. Well, if you lead Ogerpon into like Thundy or something, your play is probably just going to be to U-turn into Tinglu, I think. Obviously you have to note their Tera type, but you know, they could slow U-turn, I guess, but you still wouldn't take too much anyway. It's not a big deal. You know, it would suck if you don't like get if you don't like find an opportunity to get Palafin, because I've seen that in games before. That's why leading is always nice, but
yeah,
I feel like you didn't lead it 2 times and you probably still were able to like get it. So
yeah, exactly.
You would just have to send it in.
I do have a lot of momentum, so like it tends to be like even if I like U-turn with Volcarona into something or like I tend to find opportunities to be able to get Palafin going.
Yeah.
But
even if even if you U-turn into like, well, obviously versus like Ceruledge Edge or something, that's a good time to. Yeah. You could come in and then you could just switch to Clefable though, because it would be faster, so you don't want to understand. Or even like you turning into like Clodsire, you know, you could bring it in and then just switch again. Maybe not flip turn because you don't know the ability probably yet.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah. And if they lead Snivy into my Palafin, I just lose anyway. So it's
yeah, that would be something.
Yeah.
But yeah, even like it's just basically just whenever you get a free switch, because even something like Latios too, like just come in and then go Tinglu, like it's not the end of the world, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I do have like pretty decent switchings into their guys, so
yeah,
it's gonna be too hard to get the Palafin going. I should try to like try to prioritize like getting a rock sub like pretty early in the game though.
Right.
Like find an opportunity for Tinglu to be able to get the rock sub.
Curious, did we kill? We don't kill Lottie for sure. So yeah, rocks would be nice for this guy too.
Yeah.
And I think Draco still one shots us because this is Soul Dew. Actually, yeah, close. But yeah, so probably Ogerpon lead. You're U-turning versus this guy. Well, yeah, you have to U-turn versus this guy. Lottie, like, technically you can knock off because I think if this thing has no item, do you always live anything? Yeah, you could take a lot though. Oh wait, that's the wrong guy.
Yeah, I'm literally like max HP. I mean, it's still a decent chunk of damage, but
yeah, I don't know if they would just raw Draco either when you have like.
Yeah, when I have a potential Clefable.
Yeah,
like maybe if they have a Scissor, I'd imagine like I lead Ogerpon and they just immediately go Scissor. Like if it's not a favorable lead.
Yeah,
then,
so
like,
right.
I imagine Scissor.
Yeah, so you probably knock off the.
For them to risk like Latios like when they have a full HP Scissor. At least they shouldn't, right? But
yeah, and if they're an item like knockoff can potentially just kill this guy. Probably not because this is no bulk, but you know, So you can
maybe they do. They don't run bulk on Lottie just to like
right.
simplify with
Yeah.
Latias.
Yeah,
So
there's a
maybe
chance.
even might be worth.
But yeah, so you definitely U-turn versus this guy though. You're gonna knock off here. Cerulege, you probably just have to knock off. I'm sorry, not knock off. U-turn.
Yeah.
Because if it's like Sash or something, you die.
Yeah.
So you probably just U-turn into Clef, right? Prima is another one where, again, they shouldn't stay in. So, but I don't know if you want to risk it and just cudgel. You'd probably just cudgel, I think, just to be safe. Because even if they go Scizor, at least you kind of see like their investment and all this and whatever.
Yeah, I scout for like, yeah. Cudgel doesn't make contact, right? Or
no,
does it?
no.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah,
So,
move's literally broken.
Yeah, so I mean, you do about like 18 if he's just max HP. Max defense, you're not gonna be doing much, but it's okay. You get to see if he's like leftovers as well, or boots, or you don't know boots, but
At
leftovers.
least I know if he's max, then obviously it becomes a lot easier to switch into as well.
Yeah,
it's not going to be doing that much damage.
The next turn would be a little bit tricky because if they do carry Wing Beat, they can certainly click it because they're in front of Ogerpon.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think they're gonna just raw Bullet Punch, so you could make the Clefable pivot actually. Is what I would do, I think.
Yeah.
Go Clefable on the U-turn / Wing Beat, and then if you want, you can double to Volcarona after.
Yeah,
I think that's fine.
I think if I lead Ogerpon into like a Latios and they like switch out, I U-turn. I can just go Volcarona and then I can U-turn from there as well. And then maybe by like U-turning a bunch in the early game, I can find a time to get Tinglu in and just get up the rocks.
So so you're saying if they lead Lottie, you knock off into Scizor coming in?
I was thinking like even if I just like if I just like U-turn.
Oh, like U-turn versus Lottie turn one.
Yeah.
You can do that. How much does it do? Does it do roughly the same, right? A little bit less.
I mean, it should do a little less, yeah. Because like maybe if knock doesn't like guarantee the kill anyways, I don't know if it's worth like taking like 70% or whatever it is from a Draco after that.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think they would stay in, and if they do stay in, just raw Draco like that, because you can, like you said, you can easily just U-turn into like one of your two guys. So, and I think getting a knock on Scizor is very nice, especially if it's leftovers. So I still think probably knock off into Lottie is the play.
Into Lottie?
Yeah. Okay. Plus, let's say you U-turn, he could trick the whatever coming in. So if you knock it off, he can't do that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
He will take your scarf, I guess, but he's basically dead. So I think that's okay.
I don't want to call Vinny crazy, but I think if he stays in like turn 1 in front of a Ogerpon with a Latios when he has a full HP Scissor that was probably designed to check the Ogerpon, he might be a little crazy.
Yeah.
If he decides to do that, but
yeah, I mean maybe he could be like a policy lead, but that would be like the one thing that's kind of like. But that's still, it would be so weird because even if you just lead Tinglu, it still doesn't do anything. Like I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. I mean, I think knockoff is probably fine anyways.
That
even if it's knocking off the scissors item, and then let's say it was boots. Okay, now I can get my rocks up and I know for sure it's taking 12% every time it wants to come in.
Yeah, just make sure you go Clefable first because you don't want to just Wing Beat and kill Volcarona. Yeah, Clefable into Volk should be safe. It's not gonna just bullet punch. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Never bullet punch.
Yeah.
U-turn, but even then.
Yeah, but yeah, Clefable doesn't take much. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Scissor is probably the guy they want in on Clefable anyways.
Right.
So
yeah. That'd probably go. They'd probably go like Thunderous or something maybe.
Yeah.
On Clefable. So. But okay. All right. So we're gonna U-turn, knock, U-turn, cudgel. Scizor lead.
I think it's probably the same principle, right? Like they shouldn't bullet punch turn 1, I don't think.
So you think you turn into Clefable?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. And then if
I think like dual link beat is like if they have it is like a better click.
Yeah.
The Ogerpon.
And if they do, let's say they do just straight up bullet punch, and then you turn like he already attacked, so then you could go into something more offensive.
Exactly. At that point, I can get my Palafin going.
That's probably what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get your Palafin, and then you can also flip turn because you're faster.
Yeah.
And if you bullet punches baby Palafin, then whatever.
Exactly. Like, you're not gonna punch a baby in the face. Come on. It's weird.
Thunderous, probably just U-turn into Tinglu. If I had to guess, right? Yeah. Because even if you knock off, I guess Sludge Wave could do you in. Or like a Tera Flying or whatever he is, shipped in with the Tera type, but I think you just U-turn into Tinglu for sure. Can be physical maybe, but it's really weak, so I don't think so. Clodsire lead. How much does Cudgel do? I'm curious. Does it 2-shot always?
Probably not if he's like. I mean, it's still a pretty good chance.
Yeah. How much is poison?
Like Black Sludge?
Yeah.
Poison Jab not for KOing.
Gunk Shot should, yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you just 2-shot him though, he either like gets, you know, like half damage on you or something, which I think is fine. I still think like damage or health on this guy isn't too important as long as he's still alive.
Yeah.
And then if he does that, then you pretty much deny rocks because you 2-shot him. And if he wants the rocks up, then you kill him for free. So besides rocks.
Yeah, true.
So you probably just stay in and attack that guy, honestly. Yeah, and if he's not max, you definitely 2-shot him. So I think you cudgel him.
Yeah.
No, not Ursulin. What's that thing called? Ursaring.
Ursaring, yeah.
Ursaring, I don't think has any. Can just 1-shot you because you wouldn't be burned yet or anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just 1-shot him actually.
Oh, actually, yeah.
It's probably better to just attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say what, because I was thinking he might be like Eviolite, but maybe not. Like I don't know how.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Like maybe Knock is just better anyway, just because it does cover the switch.
Luna, by the way.
You are what?
You have Ursaluna.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, that makes more sense.
This guy doesn't even have a set.
Yeah. So let's say he's max HP Eviolite. Does knock into no Eviolite killed? Surely, yeah, it does. Knock is actually, you're probably right. It's probably better because you know knock into cudgel is the same thing as 2 cudgels anyway, and then knock does cover the switch turn 1. So I think you probably would knock off. Does that thing get like Mega Horn or something to kill you?
Surely not. I mean, it doesn't have a horn.
Well, yeah.
I think it gets the Ice Punch.
I think it's Gunk Shot actually. I think it's Gunk.
I usually dodge those. Yeah, it does get Gunk Shot, but I'll just dodge or Avalanche.
Yeah, Gunk Shot actually. He's got to be max attack adamant to even have a 50% chance to kill you. So probably not likely. So I think you're okay to knock versus that guy. Duraludon is interesting. Let's say he's Eviolite. He's probably just gonna rocks. He might Thunder Wave you though, or some weird thing. Maybe you just go Tinglu on Duraludon.
Thunder Waving is what I was thinking. That might be a little annoying.
Yeah, so you just U-turn versus that guy.
Yeah.
U-turn into Tinglu, exchange for rocks. Could be Iron Defense Body Press. It's a little annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I can whirl in with Tinglu. I guess. Like, I'd probably still take so much damage though.
Yeah.
A little bit.
How much you?
I mean, Duraludon is like, yeah, it might just be like a matter of just like attacking it. Like, there's probably not much I can.
Yeah.
Do.
It'll do about half to you if he's like bulky with. So you might have to do that though.
Maybe on Avion Palafin, otherwise like I could feel like Encore or whatever, but I probably need these 4 moves anyways. It's maybe not worth.
Yeah, I think you need all 4. I love Encore, but I don't think you can fit that here. You could, yeah, but Scarf Encore is kind of weird too.
I mean, he probably won't have anything for Volcarona, right? Like Volcarona's probably a decent.
Yeah, he's probably gonna, if he's leading it, he's probably rocks. Could be Iron Defense Body Press and then like Draco or Steel Move, and then he wouldn't have anything for. Yeah, he's probably Steel Move, because then he's walled by Clef Able if he's not Steel Move.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So, he might not have anything for Volk, yeah.
Yeah, so I might just go Volcarona. I'll just U-turn and go Volcarona.
Yeah, and then versus that, you could probably just throw off a Fiery Dance if you want.
Yeah.
Just to see what happens.
Fiery Dance. Might get the +1 anyways.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, if he brings Duraludon, I'd assume its main goal is just to get rocks up. So.
Yeah, he's probably gonna lead with it. Maybe that's a scenario where like if he does lead, if you do see Duraludon, you lead something else.
Yeah.
Like Tinglu maybe. How much does? Oh, we don't have Earthquake though.
Yeah. That's the only thing we don't have Earthquake, but.
Yeah. You could probably just Rocks and then Whirlwind though. Because if he rocks and you rocks, then his next hit's not going to be doing too much to you. And
yeah,
you could just Whirlwind him out of there.
Doesn't do that much. And if he does go for like a Iron Defense or something, I just Whirlwind him out.
Yeah, and then he doesn't get rocks up, so that's nice. Yeah, so that's the only scenario I think. If you see this guy, you probably lead Tinglu instead. And then you have to adjust accordingly if you see him, but then he leads something else, like, let's say he leads like Primarina or something versus your Tinglu. That's probably one of the more scarier situations.
Yeah, I might just have to like, because it's tough because he could like either stab, right? Because like if I could like call him going for a water move for sure, then I'd go Baby Palafin AV and like,
yeah,
probably still be able to like take it, and then or I'd go, yeah.
Let's see how much it does to Baby.
Ogerpon.
Yeah.
That's modest. Yeah.
Ideally, he would go for a water move, but he could definitely. I mean, he should really click Fairy move because we're not going Volcarona on Prima.
No, exactly.
Tinglu.
But I don't know. Yeah, he might just Primarina might just be like more defensive.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like it might not be like max modest.
How much does it do to Ogerpon? You could maybe just like rocks the first turn and then go Ogerpon. Like we said, the health isn't too important.
Yeah. Like trade rocks.
Yeah.
Ogerpon.
Well, you would. I'm saying if you lead Tinglu versus Prima.
Oh, versus Primarina.
Yeah, I think you would just maybe rocks the first time. Take your hit. How much does Moonblast do to us?
That's a disgusting calc, by the way. Tinglu is like insane.
Yeah, this is max too, so you could probably tell off the investment. Yeah, when he hits you, how much?
Yeah, and if he's like uninvested, it's probably just like what 30-something%. It's like not even that.
Yeah, this is around 30. So and then you have lefties and all that stuff. So probably just rocks into Ogerpon. That would probably be like a worst case scenario lead too, but it's still not. I don't think it's terrible for you. And then you would have to just cudgel, I think, the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, because they could potentially lead it to try to catch like a Palafin lead.
Yeah.
Like try to lead that.
Yeah.
I lead my Tinglu.
Yeah, but that's good. If there's no Duraludon, then you can catch the Ogerpon versus Prima lead.
I just lead Ogerpon no matter what. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. Snivy lead. Shit.
Oh, Snivy, I might just click X. I might just like, yeah, you just want it more than I do.
Does U-turn just kill that guy?
I hope so, because Snivy is so ugly. Like, why would anybody like want to draft Snivy?
Actually, it doesn't. Snivy is actually crazy.
No, we're not gonna glaze Snivy. That's not what we're gonna do.
You turn into what? Because he's glaring your ass. So, what's getting paralyzed?
I don't know.
Volcarona, I guess.
I'm not respecting Snivy.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have to U-turn now. You don't want to get paralyzed on this guy. U-turn into Volk.
Why is Glare actually annoying?
I know.
What the heck, man?
Yeah, but I think you'll be okay. Again, I think it's gonna be a close game if you win. Hopefully you do.
Yeah.
But
the matchup is definitely, I think, the tougher. Like week 1 was a pretty tough matchup as well, just because they had a Mammal Swine, and every time that guy came in, it basically picked up a kill because I couldn't really like.
Oh yeah, Mammal Swine's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, but this is, I think, definitely the toughest matchup so far. But...
Yeah. But you're the better player, so it's okay.
Alright, you said it, not me.
I'm looking forward to it. So is there any other last things, or you think you're okay?
No, I think I'm good with this for now. I'll run some mocks and probably see what we think, because this game is like this is like only due like this week, so like we're early.
Yeah, early. Yeah,
I'll have time.
Okay, that's cool.
To do mocks and like change whatever I feel like I need to change, but definitely a very helpful session, because I mean this matchup is like it looked very difficult like when I started. So
yeah, it definitely is. But I appreciate you coming on. I had a good time, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you helping me with this as well. I always enjoy watching you help other people. So getting the
Of
chance to be
course.
helped by the man himself
That's
is great. I appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
I'll send you links to like mocks and stuff
yeah,
if you ever want to review them like for the video or whatever. But
yeah.
um, yeah.
I could do that. What I could do, basically, if we like you mock and stuff, and then like we end up changing some sets or something,
Hmm.
I'll go over obviously the updated team, and then I'll
Yeah.
probably just like say like what happened real quick in some mocks. I'm
Yeah.
probably not gonna like watch the mocks, but
Yeah. Yeah.
and the
Yeah. Yeah.
video, but after I'll watch it when you send it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Makes sense.
but all right, I think that is gonna do it for us, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Go sub to JRicky. You already know. I'll have his stuff in the description. You already know. And then without
Thank
further
you.
ado, that's it. See you guys later. Alright guys, we're here for JRicky's game. Now he did do a couple mocks and he did change the paste up quite a bit. So let's go over it. This was the original paste that we made together for the video. And then after the mocks he ended up with this paste. So I'll go over the differences. He went with Will-O-Wisp over Quiver Dance on Volcarona, which can definitely come into handy. So I am pretty good with that change. It can come in handy for burning something like a Meow or something like a Cerulege if it's Tera, or basically anything like that. The Quiver Dance was just there as like a kind of like a hidden win con, but in all likelihood like it wasn't really gonna end up sweeping. So it's more, again, it's a defensive set for that Scizor and possibly Cerulege. So, and then he ended up putting quite a bit of speed on the Ogerpon here, and we're Tera Scarf. So the only reason why I think he maybe put speed is probably to cover for some sort of agility Pokemon. Maybe it's like agility Latios or agility Thundurus or something. I'm not really too sure. But, you know, with no speed, because we're Scarf and the Tera speed buff, we did outspeed any Scarfer with no speed. So it had to be to cover for like something boosting more than like its speed by 1 or something. Then he changed the item from Leftovers on Tinglu to Citrus. And then he went with a Scarfed Lottie with 2 attacks, Trick, Healing Wish, as opposed to our Calm Mind Bolt Beam. I believe the reason for this was because if you weren't Scarfed, this set kind of just always gets revenged by Meowscarada. I did like it because it was a pretty good win condition, like if the Meowscarada was dead or like really low or something. I do think a Calm Minding Lottie set was able to potentially win, but I like the Scarf because it does give you a Healing Wish option for the Ogerpon plus maybe Palafin. So that is the team. Let's go ahead and get into the game. They show Tera Water on Cerulege, so that's interesting. We get the lead Ogerpon. We get to just Tera and U-turn right away. Nice, onto this Clodsire. There we go. And we can, it shows Helmet. He chooses to go into Palafin to just activate the form early, which honestly I'm fine with that. I think that's cool. He could have also just went into Tinglu and got up his rocks ASAP. It would have chipped the Cerulege before Tera if he's not Boots. But he wants to get his Palafin activated ASAP, so this is okay. Now we pivot to Lottie on the Toxic Spike. Ooh, Toxic Spike's actually a bit hard. Yeah, we didn't bring what, Tentacruel, so we don't have any removal. Yeah, Toxic Spike's a problem for our team actually. I don't think we prepped for it that much. Hopefully it's not too bad though. Lottie comes in though, we get a big Psyshock, nice. Prima comes in, we take the Toxic Spike. We're AV though, so we should take. I mean, that still did a lot. I did a 3rd plus Toxic Spike damage, so it's a bit tough. Goes for an Ice Punch. He must have been predicting the Clodsire, because obviously if he was predicting this, he would just flip turn or something. And this is probably going to be Water Absorb if I had to guess. Not sure though. He probably could have made a different play to kind of cover both. He could have potentially went into Volcarona, because if he gets Volcarona in versus Claude, it's not the end of the world. He can just throw off a Will-O-Wisp. But it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hindsight. So he just predicted the Claude to come in, and then they revealed double Rocky Helmet already. So very annoying team. Now we pivot Volk on the Scizor. U-turn, give us a flame body. Nope. In comes Cerulege. We have a Fizdef Clefable though. Tera Water. Tera Blast. Whoa, that did 53. Are we Fizdef? Yeah, we're Fizdef. That's gotta be Choice Banded, right? Or like Mystic Water maybe? Probably Banded. 43 to Lottie. That's definitely, yeah, that's Choice Band for sure. Throw off a big Draco, do good damage to Duraludon though. Nice. Now we go Ting. Duraludon sets up hazards. Yeah, this is scary. We don't have the hazards are gonna put in work here, I think, for our team. Unfortunately, I don't think we prepped well for that. That's on me, honestly. Oh man, he low kicks us and then we pay back as he turns to a fighting type. So he gets us there. That's unfortunate. He does reveal that he's not locked, which is good. That's good information. So we're faster. We could drop a Draco here. We should kill this guy. Nope, we go for Psyshock. Why did we go for Psyshock? Draco, was he predicting Prima to come in? Maybe Draco didn't kill the fighting Meow from there, so he probably had to go for Psyshock. Okay. We pivot Volk. Spadef drop. Jesus Christ, he's getting a lot of unlucky. So we do kill him though. This is probably gonna be Power Gem. No, it's just knockoff. Wow. I'm fairly confident Volcarona would have lived that knockoff. Definitely lives that knockoff. It only does this much, and this is even max defense. And the Meow showed boots. So he literally risked getting burned, getting just killed from a Bug Buzz to knock off. That's kind of insane because with Meow gone, like Ogerpon slash Palafin look nice, especially if we can get a Healing Wish on. So that's kind of crazy. He risked the Meowsker out of there. I thought he would click Power Gem, but he knocks off our boots. We can try to Roost here maybe. Nice, Roost. Nice. Or Moonlight, whatever. So we can Moonlight twice here for sure. Brings in Cerulege to probably just click. Oh, it clicks the Fire move this time. Knock off. We go where? Yeah, Choice Banded, figured. Poison Jab, I don't know why he didn't. I guess Better Blade didn't kill. We still outspeed with this guy because of this thing. Do a U-turn. Cudgel. Yeah, I feel like we're definitely in the back here. You probably have to U-turn there and just like get some momentum back because he's up in Pokemon and he's up in health on his Pokemon too. So he's definitely in the back here. So I think at this point you kind of have to play a little bit more riskier to get back into the game. So I think U-turn into Volcarona there would have been hella nice. Because now, yeah, we go hard Volcarona. U-turn. Do get the Flame Body burn though, which is nice. Cerulege comes in. We could try to burn him if we're faster. We Morning Sun. That's 75. Yeah, so in that scenario, you definitely want to Will-O-Wisp first. Because if you're faster and you burn him, then we'll only take 37%, and then we could just Morning Sun over and over. To whereas if we Morning Sun, he hits us, and now we try to burn him, we still die to the next hit, if that makes sense. So you definitely want to burn first. Hopefully we burn now. No, he misses. Oh, man. That's tough. Yeah, he's tilted. I would be too. Now he makes the U-turn play and then the guy stays in. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, I think our team wasn't the hazard. The Toxic Spike is really doing us in here. I guess this guy just really expected us not to bring Tentacruel, but that's kind of crazy because there's a Primarina there, and Tentacruel was probably like our best check into that guy. So the Toxic Spikes did us in here pretty much. We get one last Healing Wish off into the Ogerpon, but with Scizor, Clodsire around Helmet, like we can't win this game. So unfortunate, JRicky's gonna take the loss. It was a hard matchup at the first one. If you guys watched the builder, we did go over and say like the matchup was definitely in the opponent's favor. I definitely think we could have maybe tweaked our build a little bit though. I'll take the fall for that. Either bringing spin or just bringing more boots because Toxic Spike was very hard for our team. So This was just a regular season game, so maybe he plays him again in the playoffs, and then we can have a better build going to that one. But that's just how it goes sometimes. It was a tough matchup to start with. So thank you guys a ton for watching. Again, please check out JRicky's channel. I'll leave it linked in the description below. I'm sure you guys already know who he is, but he's also a fellow poketuber. So without further ado, if you guys want to join the series, all you gotta do is join the Discord down below and sign up in the Team Building with Zooch channel, and I'll get you guys signed up into the queue. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.